everybody. Welcome to the Bagman Podcast. This is episode 18, and we're at an award show. This is the Baggie Awards. Welcome to the Baggie Awards. We've got some fun little awards to give out this year. Thank you guys for joining us. This is kind of to recognize our best and worst moments of this second season that we've had.
The short second season.
The short second season. Well, only by 7 episodes. Only by an entire 2 months worth of episodes. We promise to be more diligent. That's not true either. Stock, what do you got for us? Let's bring people up to speed, and then we'll get into the awards.
We have graduation on Saturday, and so this entire week, which should be finals and getting grades done and saying goodbye to kids, it's just, what do I have to do for graduation? Is everything correct on the program? Is everything set up on the stage? And it's just one whirlwind after another.
Yes.
I
Thank you for censoring that.
You go through the same thing.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, we have kind of a core group of people here that kind of put on the graduation and some of the big events for seniors. I'm just kind of like I don't know what you would call like the pit crew, keep the wheels on.
That's good. That's really
to
good.
keep it going. But Stock and Davis are the real brawn behind this. They're the ones that put hands to work and then kind of get everybody on task and on track and trying to get it as we hurtle towards graduation on Saturday.
Well, we try on task, and
yeah, it gets harder and harder.
It does.
Maybe it's because I'm getting older and older.
You know, we tell the kids every year, the last month of school will fly by. Yeah. Get everything done early, and they never do.
Maybe that's the advantage of being young. You don't have to listen to advice from old people like us. I always tell them at spring break, the year's pretty much over, and it's kind of all downhill from there.
Yeah.
You're trying to get open house stuff together. You're trying to get your ducks in a row for graduation, post graduation. A lot of kids are freaking out about college and getting roommates and all that kind of stuff here in the last few weeks. But if you can get yourself on track early, it doesn't really hurt as much.
And this year we have a kid whose sister did not realize when graduation was, so she's getting married graduation morning.
Oh my goodness!
Then they're coming to graduation, and then they have to go to the reception or something like that, or maybe go to the reception for half of it, then come to graduation, then go back for the second half of reception. I don't know. It's crazy.
Hey, why not just use the varsity gym? We'll already be set up. We've got a projector. We've got music. We've got a lot of seating.
We'll bring in a couple of balloons.
We'll bring in stuff. You've got a backdrop. It's great. There's a stage for you to sit on.
Put up a disco ball.
Oh, my. Why don't we just rent this out after graduation's over?
Leave the stage up all year.
Exactly. Oh, my. We can make some money on this.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh, my goodness. But that's kind of the last big thing. Finals are wrapping up. Tomorrow's the last day for finals.
Yep.
Friday morning is the big practice and picture and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Kids, don't forget your cap and gown that day. You will need pictures in it.
And remember, you are getting pictures taken, so waist up is going to be seen. Dress nicely, at least waist up.
Yes. Yeah. Just dress nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, just rule of thumb.
And ladies, most important thing ever, wear the shoes you plan to wear on graduation night.
Yeah.
That you do not know how important that is.
Yeah.
Practice in those shoes.
And the way I'm kind of looking at setting things up, there are going to be cords across the ground, at least 3, 2 that you could trip on. So if you are planning on wearing like heels or pointed, crazy elf shoes or whatever you're wearing, practice with them. Everything will be set up for you guys on Friday morning. I plan on coming in Thursday night and doing that. My mom, who has been a trooper these last several years, helping me get the screen set up, helping me get sound set up, testing and all that kind of stuff with me.
Every year she does about as much as you do.
No, she does more than I do. She's we'll say older than I am, but she still gets around way better than I do. But she's been a monumental help these last several years, getting the screen set up. And this year won't be as bad. We only have one screen that still works because one of the legs broke in one of the other ones. So we'll set up one screen.
You can just 3D print a new one.
We could. I'm going to need more filament. I plan on going to Micro Center here in a little bit. But everything should be ready for Friday morning rehearsal, practice, whatever you want to call it. After lunch, I believe, still Beef House lunch for the kids.
Still Beef House lunch.
Still Beef House lunch. I'll have microphones set up and live if any of the kids want to come in and practice. I've got 2 takers already. I would just suggest get comfortable with the microphone, especially if you've never done any public speaking before.
Have we told you yet you're invited to the lunch too?
You've told me that. Maryland's Village is also open, so
okay.
We'll see how that goes. That's kind of been my jam the last several weeks.
They've been having a wonderful time.
Oh my gosh! It's so. Did you see
Yeah.
the Amy's promo from the other day where
I-
she was asleep?
I saw it. I didn't
Oh
have
my
time to watch
gosh,
it.
it's so good. She deserves the Academy Award for
Yeah.
it. It's really funny. But great place to go grab a sandwich
Yep.
and great place for fellowship.
Great pies too.
Megan was running the register today, so I got to talk to Megan,
Yep.
dap her up a little bit. It was a good time. Yeah, the pies are awesome. I
Pies
had
are
apple
amazing.
today. I know you're a cherry pie fan, but
Cherry.
I did apple.
And Damon did not want his pie, so I took an extra
So you
blueberry.
got a double dose.
I got cherry and blueberry.
I don't blame you one bit.
The cherry was better. The blueberry, I didn't taste any blueberries in it.
Okay, that's fair. You need the mixed berry. Just mix them both together.
No. You don't do that.
you do
You
that.
do
It's,
not do
it's
that.
very good.
No,
Yes.
no.
I just don't like the little pits, but I can deal with them for the flavor. I usually get strawberry rhubarb, but there wasn't any strawberry rhubarb today.
Gross.
Looking at you, Ryan. Strawberry rhubarb. Get it.
My mom likes strawberry rhubarb.
I don't blame her. Strawberry rhubarb's amazing.
I do. Do you know rhubarb is poisonous?
Okay, I'm building an immunity. I'm going to have zero weaknesses after this. Just kryptonite. I love it. And we have a rhubarb in the backyard, but it always goes to seed before we can get it.
Yeah.
So
If you haven't gone down yet, you're not going down.
exactly, I'm a cockroach. I will survive the end of the world. But it's a fantastic place. Go down there. They've got a hot dog roller now.
Yep.
I know Stocks opposed
Opposed.
vehemently to hot dogs in any form.
Thanks, President Reagan.
Due to Reagan. But they do have a hot dog roller that was given to them. They've been cranking them out because you save $2 on the meal if you do the hot dogs. So
Yep.
it's $7. You get a hot dog, chips, a piece of pie, and a pop. And
That's what Damon got.
I was overjoyed that they had Red Pop Zero. Dude, you have no idea how happy I was yesterday when I walked in and they had Red Pop Zero in the pop cooler. I was pretty pumped.
Well, if you're dropping names, I've got Canada Dry Cherry,
Hashtag not sponsored.
but they can if they want.
Does this still taste like ginger with cherry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's cherry ginger ale.
Well, I don't do ginger ale, so I'm gonna have to take your word on this.
You're missing out.
The only time I ever use ginger ale is in my Jello. It makes it spicy.
Really?
Yeah, it gives a little bubbles.
I
and
might
stuff
have
in
to
it.
try that.
Yeah, carbonated. It's pretty decent. But what we're here for today? Do you have anything else before we go to the Baggie Awards?
Also, baccalaureate is Saturday morning at 10. It's a religious themed ceremony. It's non-denominational. Anyone is welcome. And it's just an extra graduation part of
You know, I
graduation.
always tell the kids that it is one of the last times you're ever going to get to spend with these people.
Yeah.
You're like half your class you're never going to see again.
Mhm.
Let's just be honest. They're not going to come to reunions or anything like that. The other half of the class, you're going to drift away. You're all going to different schools. Some people are going to the same school, but that's very, very limited scope. This is the last time you're going to be together as a class.
Mhm.
And baccalaureate is the last sane time you're going to be together because graduation gets crazy, people. And it seems like it's done in an instant.
It is.
It really
Yeah.
does. You can practice all day. People are going to, mess up because it goes so fast.
Mhm.
And it's just like that, and it's done. It seems like
Yeah.
the slideshow is the longest part of it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's 7.5 minutes, I think, is
Yeah.
what we just said. But I would encourage you guys to go to baccalaureate. It's a fairly short deal. You don't have to get super dressed up for it or anything like
Nope.
that. You just come in and hang out as a class, listen to a message from a fantastic dude. You got Joe Humerkaus coming in and
Yep.
doing the message. And it's just a fun time to be together. And then you can go out to lunch or whatever you want to do and hang out and then hit open houses and then go to graduation or a wedding, apparently.
A wedding.
Yeah.
Is anyone having open houses between?
There were a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I do not envy the parents or grandparents or whoever's throwing those because that's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
Just timing wise.
How many invitations did you get this year? I didn't get many.
Oh shoot. I didn't count. Let me think. Probably close to, I would say between 20 and 25.
Okay. I only got 10 or 12. And I'm fine with that. It's your open house.
Yeah.
You invite who you want.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I was just wondering how many were not having open houses because we know of two of them who
Yeah.
weren't having
weren't
open
having
houses.
open houses at all.
Yeah.
And then there are some that are in June.
Yeah.
And by that time, it's hard to get to.
Yeah.
People are already in summer plans, that kind of stuff. But I would say probably closer to the 20. I would trend closer to the 20.
Okay.
And some of those are just because people are having open houses together.
Yeah.
And I get invited to one, and then by default you get invited to two.
Yeah. Oh,
So
can that be? All right, I've got 2 rants.
okay, well, let's get to them. Let's
All
get to your rant, Stock, and then we'll get to our Baggie Awards.
Rant number 1: open houses.
Yes.
Combined open houses.
Yes.
It is the worst thing in the world when one person invites you and you don't know that they're with somebody else. So you show up and you only have one card.
Ooh, okay.
And there's the other person. Or how about this? 4 kids, like 2-3 years ago, 4 kids had theirs together. I was invited to one.
Yeah. This is where the circle drive comes in handy.
You and your circle drive.
It's on the board. It's on the whiteboard
I'm
still.
all for it.
Every year I pitch this.
Yep.
If you guys need an explainer, we'll explain it before graduation next year.
No, just on your open house, even if the other kids don't invite that particular teacher, put having an open house with so-and-so or these people.
You know what might be a good idea is just make combined open house invitations where there's a picture of like both of you or all 4 of you on the front and say, hey, combined open house.
Yeah.
You know?
But there you have to coordinate when can everyone get together to get a picture, who's going to pay for
Or just use senior pictures.
for this, or the envelopes, who's doing what.
It's always got to be more complicated.
It is.
Like Skyward. We'll talk about that next year.
Second
rant.
Second rant.
Yes.
I may have ranted about this before, but it really bothered me over the weekend.
Well, we're going to get to rant of the year here in a little bit. So,
the McDonald's drive-through.
oh, yeah.
Drive-throughs are designed by engineers. They're a specific length. They have specific curves in them to fit cars. If there's a car in front of you, you do not have to stop 6 feet behind them. You need to roll up and be right behind them so the person behind you can roll up and pay at the cash window.
Stock's that guy.
I mean, it's stupid.
Hey, here's my legitimate question to you.
Okay.
Do you really pay at the window?
Or pick up your receipt.
There it is. There it is. I just have them reach really far.
But it's stupid. And yes,
Yeah.
I'm calling these people stupid.
Yes. Call them out.
This one lady, she paid at the pay window.
Oh, that
Sorry,
was
everyone,
on.
that was me.
Oh, hold on.
That was
Which
me.
one was that?
That's 3.
3. Well, let's mute
Okay.
3 and 2. Can you still hear us?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
How's that?
That cut down on the fuzz and everything for me.
Well, it's the ghosts. The
Ooh.
ghosts were on the other microphones.
Well, anyway, she paid for her meal, and then she rolls up so that the cash window is at her back door of her car.
Did someone in the back door pay?
No, there's
Oh.
no one in the back seat.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
So she rolled like 3 feet forward. That's insane.
That's unacceptable.
It is.
You
It's
need,
unacceptable. If you don't know how to conduct yourself in a drive-through, park your car, get out, go inside.
you know what you need?
That's all I'm saying.
You need like, the soup Nazi on Seinfeld? You need to be the McDonald's drive-through line Nazi
Drive-through Nazi.
and make like a swastika out of the little M's.
Out of French fries.
And then like sticker people's cars when they do something wrong. That would be hilarious. And you'd know. If you know, you know. Any more rants? Is that it? This is the end of the year.
Seniors, if you say that you're going to do something, please follow through and do it completely.
That's the most general statement I've ever heard too, because it applies to so many people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. We realize that people are going to fall off.
Yeah.
And we talked about this several times. We realize that the end of the year gets hectic, it gets stressful, and we just want people to do stuff earlier.
Right.
And just get it
Right.
done earlier so we can get stuff done earlier and just be done with it.
And
Because
some things
we don't want to be here after hours either.
exactly.
Yeah.
And there are some things that you have to wait on, like our final video or final video, and the final program, printing the program. There may be a kid who doesn't pass and they won't graduate.
Yeah.
So we need to adjust for that.
Yeah. And That's always a threat because we cut it so close at the end of the year. So like it's by noon tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll have to know if who's graduating and who's not.
Yeah.
And then you guys still have to run off programs. We still have to get video updated if somebody, heaven forbid, doesn't make it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a mess at graduation practice and all
Yep.
that kind of stuff too, because we don't know who's walking with who and all that kind of stuff.
And we have to take chairs out and rearrange everything.
And it's a mess anyway. So the
Yes.
sooner we can get any of this stuff done, it's obviously better.
A little birdie whispered in my vicinity, not in my ear, but in my vicinity,
Mhm.
everyone should be graduating this year.
I'd love to hear that.
Me too.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
Because it is a hassle sometimes. But more than that, it's just great that everybody's going to get to walk together as a class.
Yeah.
I had talked about this with Mrs. Taylor across the hallway today. We were talking about, she was telling me about articles that she was looking up about the protests on college campuses and stuff like that. And I said, you know, the saddest part about all that is this is the class of 2020
Mhm.
in high school. They didn't have a graduation.
Right.
And now it's the class of 2024 and there's, you know, campus riots and all this kind of stuff. They're not going to have a graduation. These kids
Yeah.
have never graduated.
Yeah.
Like they've been stripped of that ceremony twice now.
And, you know, I think that does something psychologically or sociologically because there are certain milestones of your development of your life.
Sure.
And graduation is one of those defining moments that says you're no longer a child, you're an adult.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah. And you're right. They haven't had that.
Kind of rite of passage thing.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. All right. I've got a bunch of different categories and I asked Stock what categories we should have. And we kind of went back and forth on, you know, who should win these categories. Some of them are just obvious. You can go to our analytics on our YouTube page or our playlist to figure them out. Some honorable mentions. Which headphones look best on me because my uncle says that I wear a different set every single time we're on.
I like the ones right now.
Yeah, so we just found these. So we you'll like this story, Stock. You remember the email that went out from the middle school that said, "Hey, I found these headphones."
Yeah.
Those were these headphones. Somehow they'd made it down to the middle school on the opposite side of the school building from
How
me.
in the world?
I don't know the story, but it's like the sisterhood of the traveling headphones. I'd really like to know how they got there, like the story, the journey. It's like the feather in Forrest Gump, just kind of flying through.
You know,
But I went down and picked them up.
the only people who would have access to all of that would be the custodians.
Just bop into Green Day or whatever those. I don't know. No, like down on the other end, and there are a couple candidates. It could be student wise.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to have them back, and I didn't care. Like, I'm just happy to have them back, and I did find another pair on the shelves. So we'll say that these are the best headphones
Okay.
for the Baggie Awards.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like them. They have a cool color scheme, and they're obviously the most used. You can see how worn they are now, being on my gigantic ears.
Yeah, but they might have been on middle school ears.
I'm
too.
sure they've been on several people's ears at this point. We need those little baggies you put over them, like the
Oh, yeah.
technicians put
Yeah,
on their
yeah.
shoes when they come into your house.
Did you know there's a type of automatic toilet? I saw it over in France. Maybe it's somewhere else too. It automatically puts a plastic wrapper on the seat.
So it's pranking people?
No.
Oh,
So-
just around the outside.
yeah. So you can sit down
Yeah.
and do your business.
Okay.
And then when you flush, it zips the old one off and it puts a new one out. Isn't that cool?
It's ingenious is what
Yeah.
it is. It's got to be created by the Japanese.
If you've ever gone to Giverny where Monet painted his water lilies,
Yes, for all you people that have been to Giverny where the water lilies were painted.
they have it in the restroom in the museum restroom.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
I like that. Oh, that's great. Longest episode this season, Stock. Do you want to take a guess? I think I've told you.
Yeah, you did tell me,
Okay. Do you remember what it was?
Mr. Haig.
Mr. Haig, our stand-in guest host. You had a baseball game
Yep.
a couple weeks ago, and he was gracious enough to step in with Mr. Cross and
Because that man will never shut up.
an attempt to fill Stock's shoes. But, you know,
Did he succeed at all?
no, you were wearing them out at the complex.
I still haven't watched that episode.
Oh, he sat opposite. So he sat in 3.
Okay.
Mr. Cross sat in 2, and I sat in 1 because I'm number 1. That's my trophy.
And today I'm number 4.
And you're number 4. You just keep moving down the list. So that was our longest. You know the shortest?
You told me that too. But I forget.
Oh, you're gonna have to guess. I'll give you a hint.
It was a student.
It was a student one. That was gonna be your guess or your hint.
Was it NHS?
It was NHS.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it was.
NHS.
It was Emmy and Reese. They just kind of came on here to promote NHS anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it was a half hour still.
Good organization.
Very good organization, and more power to them.
Yep.
But I think about a half hour or so. Mr. Heggs was like 14 hours. But we love having Mr. Hegg on. We really do. And
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
He's been on 3 times.
He's better than Zach.
He's our most prolific guest. Did you know that? He's been on 3 times.
Did you hear what I said?
Well, anybody's better than Zach. Obviously. So that's longest and shortest episodes. If you guys can prove us wrong from season 2, please do. Throw it in the comments.
Can I do rant number 3?
Oh my gosh, I would love for you to do rant number 3.
Zach, I texted you 4 times and you never answered. And when you finally do, you ask, "What time's graduation?"
I can verify this because he ranted on this before we started.
Come on, Zach, get with the program.
Get with the program. Come on. I'm going to draw a comic about you. I love it. Most prolific commenter. I think we both were unanimous on this one.
Can we say it together? On the count of 3.
She's already commented today, which we love her. But
on the count of 3.
Count of 3. 2, 3. Peggy. Yep, it's Peggy. Peggy, we really do appreciate your support. Thank you for coming in and supporting CHS and supporting our kids and supporting the faculty and staff and for everything you do. We really do appreciate you coming and watch our podcast, even though it's just us goofing around for, sometimes upwards of an hour and a half. We really do appreciate it.
The next morning when I go down for breakfast, she always wants to talk about, I agreed with you. And, when you said this. She's
that tells me that she actually paid attention and listened.
Somebody's listening to us.
Peggy's automatically better than half of my classroom. But no, we really do appreciate Peggy. Most prolific commenter, I think, is a good title.
Longtime lunch lady.
Yes,
she's really good with.
She's awesome. She's awesome. But that I thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
In a way to kind of honor Peggy. She does. If we do miss a day, she does remind me that we've missed a day, and I do love that. Try to keep us honest.
Okay.
We've got a third one. Can you see the third one?
Rant
there. Oh, it just went. Rant of the year.
I've had so many. I don't know what it would be.
You've had a lot. You had 2 today.
3.
3. Oh yeah, you've added one. You have amended one.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I've got a little screen over here.
Yeah, we're getting fancy.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but we've got cool things happening for next year. So take radio TV.
Cool technology things.
We do have cool technology things, and I'm really excited about it. Stock's going to chug whatever it was. Was that cranberry? No.
Cherry ginger ale.
Cherry ginger ale.
I'll get you some for Christmas.
No, thank you. Do they have 0? Or is it 0? No, it's 140.
I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, your birthday's in June in a couple weeks.
It is.
So you won't have to wait for Christmas.
Don't do that. Big Red 0 is better choice than that. I just don't like ginger.
Here's the plan, everyone. Get people things they don't like so that you can keep them.
Right. I used to stock my mini fridge with stuff that Ryan wouldn't drink. And then he just acquired a taste for the stuff that I thought he hated. Here we are. Okay. What is our next one? Rant of the year.
Okay.
So I've got this queued up.
All right.
I'm going to have to remember where I put it. We're still going to be able to talk over this because I've added the audio to this scene. But we should be seeing a black scene. Microphone's still working.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw the rant of the year up. Do you want to guess what the rant of the year is? I think I told you, but
let me guess. It's me
complaining
about something.
It is. Well, it's both of us this time. It's from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's from us. Basically, just complaining about audiences in general.
Yeah.
And let me see if it'll play this.
Our rant is the noisy and rude audience.
Yes, like slamming the doors.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give you that.
This
one.
is us a couple weeks ago after
the down the stairs.
middle school, high school.
So if you guys have ever watched Stock and I during a band concert, we always have an eye on the door, and we see people when they're running towards the door, and we try to get there and close it as softly as we can, just because we don't want to interrupt the
luscious
band
beard.
concert. Like if parents or grandparents or even the school's recording it, or just for the
that
atmosphere.
was like a week after the haircut.
Okay. Don't slam the doors during the middle of a flipping song.
My hair still goes fast. It just goes.
And I looked at you several times. You looked at me several times, and we were both getting mad at the same time.
Yes.
The bald spot's getting thinner and thinner.
That is a shared rant, and unfortunate that it happens
But,
so often.
a big rant about
It was
something that
probably
does
20 times
genuinely
during that
drive us
concert.
And
crazy.
if you need to walk up and down
is
the bleachers,
just audience etiquette.
bleachers squeak. And a couple weeks ago, I was try to be as light-footed Tina Turner possible. Musical with
And
Joey
man,
and
there were some very respectful
amazing
kids
musical.
that did sneak out to go to the bathroom and then come back in and close it very nicely. But that was not the majority of people that did.
Adults who should know better.
So just
absolutely horrible.
Try to be polite.
Yeah,
just so noisy and people eating. And I understand if you want to drink, but you don't need chips. And
well, that's where you might be wrong.
Things in wrappers that go crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
I've always been told you need Werther's Originals and as much other like Lay's potato chips that you can get to crinkle. Yeah, that's just frustrating.
Yeah. I asked Marilyn,
and it's stuff that can be avoided really easily, honestly.
And Marilyn sings with the Sweet Adelines over in Danville.
Yes.
Great group. If you ever have a chance, go listen to them sing. I asked her, when you're on stage, are you focused on the performance or does the audience distract you with their noise? And she says, sometimes they're really distracting.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I'm trying to sing along. It's probably the worst.
No, you're doing the YMCA to Amazing Grace.
Free bird. Do free bird.
Play some Skinner.
Oh my God. All right. We've got some more categories. Stock, if during this and you think of anything you want to highlight or give like honorable mentions for, feel free. This is just kind of the stuff that came off the top of my head, and then just suggestions that you gave me off the top of your head as well.
Okay.
Next one is returning guest, and both of his appearances were in the same season. So we went with him.
Yeah.
Great guest, great guy.
Yeah.
And it's Max, and we do have a video that we can talk over.
Yeah.
Let me bring that up real quick.
And great reason why he came too.
Go ahead.
Max plays for the Danville Hockey Pickup League, Adult Pickup League, and every game they did, they collected things and donated to a specific charity for each game.
Yeah, great cause.
Yeah, so Toys for Tots, First Responders, Humane Society.
Humane Society. That was that was the first one I went to actually.
Okay.
They were taking up donations, taking it was a fun night too.
Yeah.
They still made it a really fun
It's
atmosphere.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, and giveaways and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm hoping that we can kind of get back to that at some point as well.
Yeah.
Like that was a good time.
And I asked Max, I might have asked him both times, I don't know. But I asked him when you started this, because he was one of the founders, I suppose, of this whole thing. What was your goal when you started this? And his thought was maybe 100 people. But that place was packed.
I think Danville's just starved for attention right now and something to actually do. The mall is closed now and didn't sell. The theater's been closed for a while now.
Red Lobster's closed.
Red Lobster's closed. The parks aren't really in great shape, at least for like
on Winter Avenue.
Most
they have
people.
a lot of youth things going on there.
But it's youth things. It's not adult stuff that you can just go and kind of sit down and enjoy with the family.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to look like the creepy uncle that's just sitting at kids' baseball games eating popcorn, staring menacingly.
Yeah.
But we wanted to highlight Max. We think it's a great cause. We think he's doing a great job. He and his wife put on basically a lot of that stuff and kind of run the socials and kind of get everything going.
Check him out on Facebook.
Yes, absolutely.
Danville Adult Pickup Hockey League, I think it's called, or something like that.
Something like that. Danville Pickup Hockey League.
Okay.
Is what it was. Yep.
I just got static in
Me
my
too.
ear.
What do you think that was?
Ghosts.
It's probably the ghost. They're mad that they're not talking on the microphones anymore.
But Max is just a great guy.
Yep.
Has a big heart, and they're going to do it again this winter, I think.
Awesome.
Yep.
That'll be a great time. Bring everybody out. Bring the kids out. Have a good time with them.
Yep.
Most viewed from the second season was our most requested guest from the first season, Miss Davis.
And it took some arm twisting to get her.
Oh my goodness, did it ever. If you guys didn't know, she is the co-senior class sponsor with Stock and kind of just a Covington legend.
Yep. 54 years.
54 years she's been here, and it was awesome to have her on the show. I'd like to have her on next season again. She's got so much wisdom and like a wealth of knowledge to tell everybody and pass along. And I mean, it doesn't hurt our ratings. Like, it was our most viewed video of the season 2.
Do you remember how many views it got?
It was upwards near 200, like
Oh,
200
wow.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
So share it with your friends. If it's somebody you graduated with, years ago, hey, you guys remember Miss Davis? We took her class. Share the video. It's fun listening to her. You can fast forward the parts where Stock and I talk. Stock's listening to it right now. It's 100 and something. But you guys can look up the analytics. That was our most viewed from season 2. Not on the channel, but season 2. And then that leads us into this is when you suggested, Stock, and I love that you suggested this. It's the best or worst flub. If you guys have a flub from Stock that you would like to bring up, you can throw it in the comments section.
Just close your eyes and pick any episode.
We've got a graphic we're going to bring up. It's pretty funny. So let's see here. I think it was under, was it an image? There we go. So I put Stock's face on Robin Williams from the Flubber movie. And I'm going to go ahead and play the video that's associated with that. But it was from Mr. Williams, who was a fantastic guest for us. And this is Stock forgetting his name. So let's roll that footage if it's going to roll. There we go. And a hush falls over the crowd.
It's Greg
Yes, Mr. Williams.
Williams. Okay. I was thinking Wilson because of Walt Wilson. See, the problem is,
And a hush falls over the crowd.
I know that he's
Greg.
Ainsley's grandpa.
Yes.
And her
Mr.
name
Williams.
is Allison.
Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so
so that's what you're thinking?
It wasn't fitting together for me.
That's fair.
And a hush falls
No,
over
that's
the
fair.
crowd.
It's Greg.
I just thought it was hilarious.
Mr.
And when
Williams.
you said you wanted
Williams,
the best or
I was
worst
thinking
flub on here, I
Wilson
thought that
because
was
of Walt
funny. And the first thing I went to,
And a hush falls over the crowd.
It's
just
Greg.
because we had a great
Mr.
interview with him, had a
Williams.
great visit
Okay.
with him.
I was
So,
thinking- I was
he's
doing a
Super
lot of
nice
great
guy.
stuff
Yes,
for-
absolutely.
I almost said
And a
baby
hush falls
rights.
over the
but-
crowd.
Well, I mean, kind of,
Yeah.
honestly. Who
Yeah.
else is
Yes,
going to
Mr.
advocate
Williams.
for them?
Williams.
You
Yeah,
know?
he spoke about
So-
baby
I was
shaken
thinking
Wilson because or of Walt shaken baby Wilson. syndrome.
Yes.
And
And a hush
he
falls over
said
the crowd.
it is the only thing that is
Yes,
100%
Mr. Williams.
preventable. Okay.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
was thinking
Absolutely.
Wilson because of Walt Wilson.
Um,
Don't shake your baby, people.
And a
and
hush falls over the
sadly,
crowd.
when I said that who's going to advocate for
Yes,
the
Mr.
babies
Williams.
or,
Williams,
up to even
okay.
toddlers,
I was
So,
thinking- was
all I
thinking
could think
Wilson
about
because
was
of
look
Walt
who's
Wilson.
talking. Like the movies,
And a hush
like
falls
where
over
the
the
babies
crowd.
talk.
It's Greg
They could advocate
Yes,
for them.
Mr. Williams.
Williams. Okay.
For themselves.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that hissing just.
Drives you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try to deal with it, but
Okay.
because I've got to keep the headphones on because I don't want them taken
Yeah,
again.
You won an award with those.
I will find you. Anything else we want to mention, Stock, before we cut out for the year?
How about best Craig shirt?
Oh, it's the green stripes.
Okay.
Kelsey's in the comment section right now, and she's going to hate that answer because she hates that shirt.
Kelsey, what do you think?
Do you know that shirt I'm talking about? It's the green and white stripes where one side goes one way and the other
Yes.
side.
Yes.
Of course you do, because it's the best shirt that's ever been created.
That's more like an 80s shirt. 80s was all about different geometric shapes and
Yeah,
contrasting forms.
I love it. It's the best shirt.
If I could find it, I'll show you my.
He's looking. He's looking. Hey, Jenny's in the comment section now. Hey,
Hi,
Jenny. Kelsey said that is the ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life.
She may be right, but it's still the best.
It is still the best. It can still, hey, two things can be true,
Yes.
right? That's what I'm going with. Two things can be true, everybody.
This is going to take forever for me to find it. Anyway, I have a picture of me from high school. Remember
So do I. It's your profile picture.
But which one is it? Am I in my
Band?
uniform?
Yeah.
Okay. No, not that one.
Oh, okay. That is the one I have though as your profile picture.
Back in the 80s, there was something called Bugle Boy jeans.
Oh yeah.
And they were all about pleats and narrow ankles.
Ooh.
So I had all these Bugle Boy things. Oh, where is it?
Did you sing the song? Were you the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B?
No.
No, just the jeans. Did you roll your jeans? Did you get into
I
that trend
tried,
stock?
but I could never do that.
Did you starch them? That was a thing at Covington in the
Well,
50s and 60s.
I can't find them. No, it's a picture of me. It's a senior photo. I'm standing with these giant, like geometric shapes, like a big circle and a big triangle and a big square. And I'm wearing my gray Bugle Boy jeans and this white shirt that I had that was cut diagonally like this. And this side was all white, and this side was like a blue and white sailor stripe.
Okay. I thought you were going to say toga.
No.
But go ahead.
No, blue and white sailor stripe.
Okay.
That was the best shirt I've ever owned.
It sounds like the second best shirt I've ever heard of, next to the green stripes.
Hey, put your green striped shirt with Ryan's green pants
Ooh.
and white shoes.
You think that'd probably make somebody go blind?
Well, you're halfway
He has
there.
those orange pants too. You remember those?
Does he have?
Like those bright orange ones? Yeah.
I don't think I know those.
Oh man. It's brutal. we could scare some kids. We really could. Oh my goodness. Hey guys. Well, we got a pop-in comment section today.
Awesome.
But
Covington 5K is coming up.
coming to June 1st.
First, well,
It's the first Saturday in June.
First Saturday in June.
Yes. I don't know what day
Yep,
that
June
is.
1st.
Hey, it's June 1st. You're in it,
And-
I'm assuming, again?
Well, I've signed up.
You're going to walk it?
I may sleep in.
Oh boy.
But all of the, maybe not all of, but Covington's Village, Maryland's Village,
Yes.
is going to be a recipient of some of its donations.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure they want to thank everybody for the community support. It's been pretty overwhelming so far.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to see people come down and, like I said, grab a sandwich, grab a drink, hang out for a while, just enjoy the atmosphere. They did get more tables down there, so you can actually sit down there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to talk to Ryan about delivering some stuff maybe over the summer. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Taking some stuff out to people.
They also sell shirts.
They also sell shirts, hoodies, all that kind of stuff. They have a website. It is marylandsvillage.org, maybe. Something
They
like
also
that.
have a newsletter.
They do have a
You
newsletter.
can sign up for that. And
Yeah.
also, if you want to, I want to say commemorate somebody,
Make a dedication.
Yeah, make a
Or
dedication.
in memoriam. Yep.
you can pay money and
It's
they'll
$10.
put you in the,
I think it's like $10.
put
It's
you in
a-
the newsletter.
Yeah. So it's not a lot, but it every little bit goes a long way. And it's nice to see something like that growing in the community.
Yeah.
So we always talk about community and getting involved and being a part of something, and this is kind of a big example of that. You
Yeah.
know, like the whole community's like joining in and jumping in and helping as much as they can.
Yeah.
That being said, Stock, anything before we sign off?
Best way to do well on your finals: get sleep and eat breakfast.
Which I have not done all week. So
You haven't done your entire life.
it's fair. You don't get a beard this glorious by sleeping and eating breakfast, Stock. You got to get up pretty darn early. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for the second season. Thank you guys for supporting CHS 247, which is, the media wing of the high school. Like we like to talk, the student-driven media wing of the high school as a radio TV class. Thank you guys for supporting that. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking and taking part in all we do. We'll see you when we come back in the fall. I don't know if I'll be with KISS before we start this, but we look at coming back in the fall and getting started again.
Star Child or the Catman?
I mean, I'm going to be all four. I'm going to quadrant my face and be all four of them. Be on the lookout for cool things to do in the community. Support your community, support local businesses, support each other. Anything else before we sign off, Stock?
Go Trojans.
And congratulations, Peggy, on your big award.
Yes.
All right. See you guys next season.
Bye-bye.
Bye.